Hello, welcome to Prequel, Sequel, Requel, the show where we pick a film or a franchise and give it a prequel, a sequel, and a requel with a panel of comedians and movie lovers as well. Indeed. If you're just joining us on Facebook, welcome. I can see a few of you already on there. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Tonight we're doing a classic Nicolas Cage, Angelina Jolie film, Gone in 60 Seconds. So let's do this. Let's get on with it. First of all, let's meet our lovely panel for the evening. First of all, he's here all the time. He's a regular. It's your friend and mine, Eddie French.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Are you all right, Chris?
I'm all right, thank you. Yes, and I think everyone's all right as well who are watching. There's a few people on already. I'm sure some regulars.
Good. I would normally ask how your week's been, but I've seen you 3 days this week.
We have. We've
just
been
gone.
this week, haven't we?
We've been doing live gigs back again in the real world. So, so I'll ask for the benefit of the audience. How's your week been, Chris?
I've been doing live gigs all week, so yeah.
Oh, that is
nice. Going pretty good at the moment, yeah actually. So thanks for asking.
Yeah. Just basically G-I-double-G-I-N-G all over the place, mate. Yeah.
Absolutely. Obviously, social distancing at all time at these gigs.
Oh, yeah, of course.
COVID monitor in there. Speaking of COVID monitors, let's meet our very own COVID monitor for the evening. Panel member Natalie Smeaton.
Can you tell me if you've got a dry cough? Can you taste anything? Can you smell anything?
Not anything. You're monitoring it in here tonight. We've got
I've just found that out, so I thought I'd ask the right questions. Hello, young Chris. Hello, young Eddie. How are you?
Yes, good, thank you.
Thank you for humouring it. You're an old man.
Oh, it's okay, dear.
You'll be up on all your COVID stuff from work, though, won't you? So
Yeah. I've got to watch everybody I work with.
Yeah, commiserations to everybody in Liverpool this evening, by the way.
Dreadfully sorry to hear that, guys.
Yeah.
Look at the draw. You'll be back on top soon, and having a drink, I'm sure, with the rest of them. Right then, let's meet our final panelist for this evening. We got a special guest again tonight. We've flown him in at no expense whatsoever. He's a comedian in his own right. He does a podcast. He does all sorts. This guy. He's won award-winning comedian we got in the room. So bow down to him, you guys. It's our lovely friend Nick Brooks.
Hey
Hello.
guys.
Hello, Nick.
That is an introduction and a half right there.
I
feel like some sort of cult leader coming into that introduction.
I always like to respect our guests by giving them a nice intro. I save all my intro energy for them because these two, I just introduce them as old.
Yeah.
But welcome, Nick. Welcome. You actually picked tonight's film as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it's one of my faves. One of my faves is this.
And a great choice for this show because it doesn't have a prequel or a sequel. And nobody's tried to reboot it either yet, apart from tonight where we're going to do it.
Just by us doing this for this show, just somewhere, some producer's just going to go, it's gone in 60 seconds. We should remake that. It's 20 years old. No one will remember it.
That's good. How's your week been, Nick? You all right?
Yeah, it's been good. Well, yeah, as good as it can be, I suppose.
Good as it can be.
You guys?
All right, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I think everybody's
working.
Yeah. Working. We got some people in the room. Should we say a few hellos? Let's have a look.
Hey, Bob.
Our old friend Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Hello, people. Hope you are.
Hey.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, nice. We got Martin.
Hi,
Who brought last
Martin.
week's show? We weren't here last week. We were going to do a big Police Academy special, and I were the only one who watched all 7 films. So
You're the only one
And
daft
you
enough
were
to
the
watch
one who
all 7
cancelled
films.
it as well. So
Hi, Roberto. How are you doing, mate?
Where is Kat? Kat's there.
I'm right here,
Roberto.
baby.
So,
Spook season, Roberto.
just to explain.
pulling apart the way you're pulling apart our structures already in front of us.
Well, I am great.
Roberto likes to give everybody pet names when he comes in here on the show. So,
Career
Nat is
criminal.
called Kat, and Eddie.
Oh wow, yes.
Career criminals. Yep, there we go.
Wow, he's done his research.
He has.
He's done his research as Roberto.
Which is
Yes,
a bit weird,
and,
isn't it? Because he's gone in depth there. That's a deep cut, isn't it?
He
that
always
one?
does his research. That's
He
the
has.
thing,
That is a very.
I'm hoping.
I'm worried about like how stalkerish this has got early on.
I'm hoping you've got a clip of your act online for that one, because if you haven't, that's very weird, isn't it? Surely.
I have.
Right, that's all
I
right.
think I have.
Oh, okay.
Have
Fine.
I?
Oh.
Yes.
We're getting quite niche now. We're getting quite
Yeah.
niche.
There is some of your stand up online, but it's done by a guy with an Italian accent. It's really weird. It's not you doing it. It's all a bit upsetting and frightening.
Imagine that.
Yeah, he might do that. He's left us loads of voicemails that I listen to. There's just loads of them. Roberta's voicemails all down our page. Well, I don't listen to them. First when we were doing a Mario voice, it got a bit weird, so I didn't listen to them anymore. I think the rest are just death threats.
That is what Italians sound like, Chris.
Oh,
He might have been proposing. You don't know. He might be in love.
Maybe. Right then, so let's get on with the show. Let's do that. Talking about Roberta. Right, so we are doing Gone in 60 Seconds tonight. If you've not seen the show before, these guys have to come up with a prequel, a sequel, and a requel. They get a minute-ish to do that. And then the other panelists can put them on the spot and ask them a couple of questions about their idea to see if it's solidly been thought through. Which
it rarely has.
But first of all, before all that, I'm just going to give everybody a quick recap about Gone in 60 Seconds. This is the DVD box I found online. I'm going to read this out to you to just give you a recap of what the story is about for those watching who haven't seen it in a while. So here we go. Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie ride an unstoppable wave of speed and adrenaline in this hot, edgy action hit from high-octane producer Jerry Bruckheimer. Legendary car booster Randall Memphis Reigns thought he'd left the fast lane behind until he'd forced out of retirement in a do-or-die effort to save his kid brother Kip from the wrath of an evil mobster. Memphis hastily reassembles his old crew and floors it in a full-throttle race to pull off the ultimate car heist. 50 exotic beauties in 24 hours. There we go. So that's the movie summary for you.
And in classic movie from 20 years ago form, it might say Angelina Jolie on the back of the box, but I think she's in it for about a third of the film. She's the only pair of tits wandering around in there except his mum at the beginning. And I think we see, like Eddie said earlier, I think we see his mum like for 2 minutes, then we see the baddie, like you said, Eddie, for about 2 scenes. So he's literally just Nicolas Cage being a big pair of testicles wandering around for testosterone.
You've gone hard into this one straight away before.
As
far as Angelina Jolie gets sort of second billing, she is in about 4 scenes and she's got about 9 lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
6 of which are things like, we got company, somebody's on our tail, just leave it to me, just sort of action film.
And then she's like, lipstick. I'm on to you.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays that'd be a day on a green screen, wouldn't it? You know, but
yeah.
Sign the passenger seat. But back then they'd have gone and made her stand out in cold for a while before they filmed it shortly.
That's just to get the nips standing up. Nipple shots then. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God. You've gone really harsh on this film straight away. We haven't even started yet.
There are many things to recommend this film, but it doesn't mean that it's flawless.
I did love it though. I'd forgotten how much I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a great film, and I did enjoy it.
And in fairness, I think she inspired the look of the twins from the second Matrix film.
Possibly.
She's got the bleached hair sectioned off and stuff. It's a good look for her.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Right. Let's crack on, shall we? Right. We're gonna go. Let's get strong with these prequels tonight. So we know what we're doing. You've all got to come up with a prequel. We'll talk about them afterwards. You get a minute on the clock to do each one. First of all, we're going to start with Eddie for your prequel. So let me get you a minute. Are you ready for this? Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it like Cage did it though with his.
Oh, what you want to? What was
Low Rider on?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
That was your go. You were meant to go. That's it.
Oh, I was supposed to go. I'm sorry.
I'm supposed to go when I do that. That's the new thing tonight.
My prequel is called Gone in 90 Minutes. And it's not a direct prequel, it's more of a spiritual prequel. 1928, Los Angeles. Chauncey Hoitybottom is very angry. He wanted his stolen cars, and Billy Steering is in trouble. It's up to his big brother, Johnny Steering, and his friends, Jazz Jones, Chatty, and the Dame, to steal 4 cars in 4 days. Will they manage it? Hurtle through the hand-cranked hijinks and see if they can handle the adrenaline at 26 miles per hour. There's 4 Model T Fords that they've got to get to the docks, and if they don't make it in time, then it's the cement shoes for your little brother. She.
All right. Cool. Okay, got it. That's good. All right. So then, right, questions from Nick and Nat.
I would like to know if there will be an element of film noir about this. It feels like it. Will it be in black and white? Will it be film noirish? What is that what you're going for?
I'm going to go for pre-Hays Code level of everyone. The gentlemen are going to be sort of slightly trying to outdo each other on how wide the brims of their hats are. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a bit where one of the guys relaxes, possibly what's he called, Chatty, who's the
they're such good names. I don't know how you can't remember them.
Yeah, Jazz Jones, Chatty, and the Dame. Chatty is going to spend some time with his overshirt removed, his braces hanging down, but a sort of quite a large vest on as well. That's going to be good. The Dame is only going to. You're not going to know she was there. You're just going to see very heavily lipsticked cigarette butts just sticking out of the ashtrays at all times. So you're just going to go, oh, okay, right, yeah. So that's sort of the vibe I'm going for.
Love it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That answers your question, Nat.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. Nick, have you got a question for Eddie's?
Yeah,
Epic?
I would like to know, are there going to be any car chases in at 26 mile an hour, or like any police just on bikes just trying to go after these Model Ts at 26 mile an hour?
Yes, they're going to have those. They're going to have sort of quite fat first generation Irish police officers, like all the good noir films. They're going to go, will you stop that right now? Oh, we're going to be getting after you. Oh, and they're going to be running around. but they're actually going to be running from a distance towards them, because they're going to be having to hand crank the cars and constantly adjust the throttle. And it would actually be probably quicker if they just picked up the cars and ran with them. So there will be chases. Possibly Keystone Cop style, hopping around corners and things like that. So it is going to be low octane excitement.
Yeah,
it's for people. It's for people who feel that the Fast and the Furious is too fast and too furious.
Okay, right.
That's the tagline.
This is perfect. Staying.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's move on then. That's answers the questions. Nat, it's your turn. Please.
Okay.
We're gonna get you a minute on the. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Sway is not called Sway at first. She's called Brandine, and she hates everyone. An angry young woman, she tries to steal a car, not realizing it belongs to a guy called Memphis Raines. It's his Eleanor, his first ever Eleanor. He vows revenge on whomever stole it and goes looking for his car. He's so angry, he summons a demon who gives him like fire hair and a cool bike and shit to track her down. And with the help of his British mate, Sean Bean, he finds his car, but falls in love with Sway immediately. She cures his head fiery shit, but Sean Bean is dead mad as he no longer has a place to come and light his cigarettes from. So they have a big fight and Sean gets run over by Eleanor. Sway and Memphis dump his body and then split up because they are so traumatized by the experience. The end. And then it goes into the next film. And that's why they split up. There you go.
Right, okay. Nick and Eddie, if you've got questions for Nat, fire away.
I'm going to go with the fact the question about them splitting up, is that solely because they killed a guy and they're struggling to live with the guilt while they're together?
Yes, yeah, entirely, because Nick and Sean were really good mates, and then he dearly didn't want to kill him, and then she goes through that whole like, oh my god, did you love Sean Bean more than me? thing, and they can't cope with the guilt. And he was in the boot for about 2 weeks as well because they didn't know where to dump him. And eventually they buried it in some woods. So yeah, it was entirely because they killed Sean Bean that they had to split up, and that's why they skirt around it in the movie. Like in the actual movie, they're like, "Oh, we split up. Oh, it's so dramatic." That's why.
Yeah, going back into that. That's that plot. Yeah. Okay. Eddie, have you got a question?
Yes, I do. So I get very emotional.
Wow.
I do have a question. Yeah. Are we given any more information?
I have the idea of a question. Sorry, go on.
I like the idea of asking a question right now. It's what else do we learn about Brandine? Because obviously you have a similar feeling to me that Sway was a bit of a waste of a character in some ways because you don't really find out anything about her. So we find out she's Brandine.
Was that her name in the film? Sway.
That was her nickname. Yeah, Sway.
Well, that was a call name.
The cast list calls her Sarah Wayland.
Yeah. Sarah Sway Wayland. Yeah.
Oh, Sarah Wayland. Okay, yeah.
All right. I just wanted to clear that up.
She had to change her name from Brandine because she killed a man. She killed Sean.
Right. Okay. Yes. But
sorry.
But
so
what else?
Landed on Sway.
Aside from the murder and stuff, do we find out anything that might even just pass as a personality about her, or is it just lipstick and boys like Susan from Narnia?
No, she starts off as like in a very religious family and is about to become a nun, but then realizes that she doesn't want to do that, and she breaks away from her family, gets really drunk, and then falls in with a bad crowd. We all know what happens when that happens, and loses a hairbrush. That's why her hair looks like it does.
Well, that's all a bit tricky, yeah.
Yeah. She loses a hairbrush, falls in with a bad crowd, and that's why she steals Eleanor, because she needs money for crack. That I just discovered that now in this whole chat.
So that's why she's rocking about with a bloke notably older than she is.
Yes, yeah. And even though she does get off the crack, somehow, even though she's murdered a man, she manages to get off the crack.
I'll tell you what, she kept all her teeth lovely for someone who was on the crack.
Didn't she? And she didn't pick her skin or anything. Yeah. She did well.
She's looking good.
We've got a quick question from Martin. Wasn't Christopher Eccleston villain? Yes, Martin.
He was. He had a lot of hair as well in it, didn't he? He was nearly a mullet from Eccleston there.
This is Christopher Eccleston. Fucking hell. I love being from Manchester and hate being in America, but I'm here anyway. Where's the money? Fucking hell.
Again, apologies to Liverpudlians who are watching who are currently not able to think.
That was a Manchester accent.
Sounding Liverpudlian.
It was the fucking hell that sounded a bit in Liverpool.
I thought Christopher Eccleston was from Yorkshire.
He's from Chester, isn't he?
I'll have a look. Where's our fact checker?
He's not in tonight. Usually we have somebody doing fact checking. I can't remember who usually does it.
I'll have a look.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right. Anyway, shall we crack on? Right then, Nick, it's your turn for your prequel. Are you ready for this, sir?
He's from Salford.
Yes, I'm ready.
Salford.
There you go.
Salford, you're
not
right.
Manchester. I apologize.
Right, here we go, Nick. Away you go.
Right, I've got a young Randall Raines always dreamed of working for a car insurance company. At the age of 19, his dream came true. However, living so close to the breadline, money became an issue, and he gets caught up in a money laundering scheme. After being jailed, he gets plans to steal the cars that are insured by his old company to get his revenge. That leads into the other film then of how he's stealing cars.
Okay, cool. Nice one. Right, let me just do my notes. Eddie and Nat, do you want to ask some questions?
Yeah, so can we please find out a little bit more about when he's in jail? Does he have a Shawshank Redemption type storyline where he has to beat off groups of men and like eventually ends up digging his way through a wall and escaping, or is it actually just quite a boring time from in prison? Like, I'd love to know.
Is it like most prisons? quite just day to day.
It's just quite dull. Just have to worry about
really
being
horrible.
shanked.
Yeah.
Well, Well, clearly, he's going to be someone's bitch, isn't it? Let's be honest. A young Randall Raines is going to be somebody's bitch. It does all he can to survive, but all the time the focus is on the revenge when he gets out. He's created the list of cars that he can remember from working as the insurance company, and just thinks I'll pick off the ones when I get out. Yeah, only being a young 19-year-old, he's not done that long inside.
Right.
Okay,
but it's enough. Yeah, it's enough to fuel a revenge story from him.
Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah.
I want to know. Oh, good. I'd like to know what sort of an office. Pardon me. What sort of an office fellow is he? Is he the wacky tie guy? Is he the eat lunch at his desk without looking at anyone guy? Does he bring in buns? Who is he at work?
He is the try to impress guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the one that tries to fit in the most. He's like, oh yeah, I like that. If someone likes it, then I like. He tries to. He's just a pleaser. A people pleaser.
Right.
That's young.
Yeah, that sounds about right. If you look at but actually, that holds up because the way he talks to his young collection of friends, where they're all like, "Oh, what do you know, old man? This guy does computers, and this guy he does things that are a bit like computers, and this other guy does computers." And it's like, and there's all these guys going, "Well, computers? You don't need computers for a car. You need to know how to pick a lock." And
it's amazing how they always find a group, don't they, where somebody just has them one skill. What if somebody came with the same skill? They're like, "No,
sorry, mate.
We've already got one.
We've already,
Piss off, Steve. We've got one."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why the pizza guy became the pizza guy? I get the pizza. Maybe it's because they've already got the computer guy. So like, you can't do that.
He wasn't quite as good at the computer as the other guy.
Yeah.
But
you have to be the pizza and the
they were like 9,
dig through dog shit guy.
He had the quickest character turnaround. He had the quickest character turnaround, that guy ever as well, because they went, "You're the guy who gets the pizza." He goes, "No, I'm not. What are you on about?" "Oh, all right, yeah, I'm the guy who gets the pizza."
Yeah. And he's like, "People got to eat." That's his line. That's his line. People got to eat.
Yeah.
And then steals a car full of drugs. What a dickhead.
But you see what he did there? He decided to own it, and after that, people are like, "Where's Pizza Guy? We can't start without the Pizza Guy." He made himself vital by just going, "Yep, that's me."
I assume that because Roberto is a chef, Roberto is saying that he would kill the pizza guy to become the pizza guy. Is that right, Roberto?
I mean, you obviously see Roberto after all this time now, because I wouldn't have even put that together, but I just thought it was a ramblings of Roberto.
No, we're best mates now, me and Roberto. So yeah.
Well, you did add him on Facebook, even though we all.
I did add him on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, we're firm friends.
Good luck with that. Never had people off Facebook.
Hey.
Hello, Rachel. How are you?
How you doing?
Hey.
She'll tell us in a minute, I'm sure. Good. I forgot what we're doing.
Prequel, mate.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. I thought we were just having a chat.
We've done all the questions, and so now it's voting time.
It's voting time. You're right. I knew where we were. I've got my little book. I've got it. I was just ripping. You know what I mean. Right then. Roberto's the head chef. He's just put there. I'm not going to put this comment up there. Right then. So prequel time. It's time to vote. Everybody watching on Facebook, you can vote along. We get a vote in the room as well for which one we like the best. I'll give you a quick recap of everyone you've heard so far for the prequels. So Eddie's was Gone in 90 Minutes, set in 1924. It had a team with some imaginatively named characters in it, including the Steering Brothers. They've got 4 cars, 4 days, and they're going at 26 miles an hour. They're all Model T Fords. We've got to get them to docks in time. Okay? Nats was about Angelina Jolie's character, Sarah, I think it is, or Brandine, whatever she's called. She steals Memphis's prize car, Eleanor, sorry. And then I've put Bike and Bean, so Sean Bean's in it. You got to...
Sean Bean's in it.
That was a Ghost Rider.
Yeah, no, Nick gets really annoyed because... and then summons demons to try and find Eleanor, and they turn him into Ghost Rider for a bit. And then when he turns back after finding Eleanor and falling in love, Sean Bean's got nowhere to light his cig, and then they get into a fight and he kills him. And then Memphis and Sarah split up at the end. Because they've killed Sean Bean. Yeah, and they split up because of it. Okay. Yeah. And Nick's was Randall Raines is a 19-year-old he works at a car insurance company. He decides to launder money. And then he gets thrown in jail. Was that right? Or was he in jail before? Yeah,
that's it. He gets rumbled and they get thrown in jail.
Right. So then to get revenge, he decides to steal cars from his old work to get the insurance money.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, excellent. So we get a vote in the room. Everybody on Facebook watching can vote as well, and we'll top those up in a minute. So let's vote in the room first of all for the prequels. Do you know what? I'm going to go...
I'm going to vote.
Come on.
Yep. No, please. No, go for it, Chris.
I'm going to vote for Eddie's because I quite like the idea of the Model T Fords and the 1928 setting with the 26-mile-an-hour cars. I do like that. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to vote for Eddie's as well for the same reason. Oh, sorry, Eddie.
No, it's all right. That's fine. I'm gonna vote for Nats because try and turn Sway into a two-dimensional character would be nice. So let's go that way. Yeah, it's nice.
All right, cool.
I'm going to vote for Nats because I just want to see Sean Bean not be able to light a fag from the head and just be like, bastard. Thank you.
Sean Bean goes to light a fag and sets himself on fire.
Nice. Right, let's have a look.
Burns himself down.
We've got some more votes
for career criminal.
Let's have a look. Here we go. Vote for career criminal, as I like how he sticks to what he knows, being criminal and stealing cars. I also like Art Attack Spunk shirts. He likes your shirt.
God, this guy has really done his research. This guy is literally just describing my set all over this.
We don't know who he is either. It's so weird. It's strange. He comes out with some right stuff.
I think we do. I think we know who he is.
We know. It's somebody we know. Of course it is. I'd vote for Scissors. So that's Eddie. Edward Scissors.
Etu Martin.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Emma. Hello, Emma. You're right.
Hey, Emma.
Car chases are always fun.
Well, thank you very much.
Technically, the car chase was added after the pitch. Oh, it's all right.
Things included in the questions all count towards the pitch, don't they?
All right then. Okay. I'll just check the rule book. Hang on. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. Nat's shirt is the tits as well.
Thank you, Emma. I do have a series of Halloween shirts that I'll be wearing over the next 2 weeks. This is the first one.
Nice.
Right. There's no more votes. So there's no more votes in there. I can't see any more. So it looks like
to answer Martin's question about why I'm called Scissors, Edward Scissorhands, I'm assuming, because my name's Edward.
We did Edward Scissorhands one week, and Roberta decided to call him Scissors. Yeah, not very exciting story, is it really? But yeah.
No. Most nicknames aren't.
Yeah. Right then. So the winner of that round of the prequels was Eddie. Well done, Eddie.
Woo!
Round of applause there for you. But
I'm very pleased.
As I always say, it's all to play for tonight.
All to play for.
Oh, it's all to play for.
So forget that round. We're going to move on. We're going to go straight on to the sequels. So, Nat, you're up first this time for the
absolutely. Me and my cat Luna. Okay.
Same again.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not going to shake your hands.
Away you go.
Thank you. Okay. No longer content with the thrill of stealing high-end cars, Memphis Raines decides to keep the excitement in his relationship and steal bigger and bigger things. Not even to order. He just gets drunk and nicks things and dumps them. Articulated lorries, canal boats, tugboats, then cruise ships. There's nothing he won't steal for a bigger and bigger thrill. Eventually, drunk, high, and still in love, he decides to steal the ultimate transport, the shuttle scheduled to go to the International Space Station. He sneaks into NASA, launches successfully, gets into orbit, and docks with the ISS. As soon as he's in the ISS, he starts punching the other astronauts in the face and screaming, USA, 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 until he's pushed into an airlock and shot into space. The end.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. I'm just jotting down all that. Okay, right. Eddie and Nick, you can ask Nat any questions you want about that one.
I'm trying to think.
You don't have to if you don't want.
Do you know what? I do. It's not I don't want. So I'm just a lot of things are going around in my head right now. I just wanted to know if he takes Sway with him and they have like that weird sex scene up in space, like the actual film while they're watching other people have sex.
Well, it's not while they're watching. Well, okay, it's they're in the actual space shuttle, and as the space shuttle is docking with the ISS, they make comments about how phallic that looks and how like sexy it is that they are the ISS and the shuttle like up, and then they start doing that thing that they did in the car while they're watching the couple where they're like, oh, sexy time, and then it docks and she's like, fuck off. And she jumps and she goes into the ISS, and that's them when they start punching people. So yeah, they do have that weird erotic but not erotic moment, but it's because the ISS and the shuttle are trying to get it on, basically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Pervert.
Yeah. So they get turned on by a spaceship docking system.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like to know which song they play to get revved before, because I imagine they'd need a different song. So I'd like to know.
I think it needs to be quite like not a song that you'd expect, like Buzzcocks or The Clash, that type of a song, because I don't think that like a traditional Barry White style love song is enough for Memphis and Sway at this point. I think it's got to be
like anyone else. What do I get? Yeah,
that sort of thing. Yeah. Or like ever falling in love with someone, like that type of dirty like British punk.
What about Moonraker?
Do you want maybe
Moonraker didn't even make Moonraker good. Let's not pretend.
Maybe it's time for a reuse.
Yeah, you're right. Do you know what? You're right. That's possible.
Maybe Shirley Bassey could come out of retirement and cover a Buzzcock song or a Clash song.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that.
Falling in love with somebody who shouldn't have fallen in love with.
Don't forget, you can do what you want, so we can get our retirement for you. It's yours.
Yeah, let's get our retirement.
Had it just once, had it all right for kicks, but soon you find out it's a habit that sticks because he's an orgasm addict.
See, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. Yeah. That's it. That's who we're having.
I'm not even going to do what I usually do. I'm not going to be mean tonight to Eddie.
Oh, thank you. Very big of you.
It's because he's seen you for 3 days.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Shall I do it? No, I'm not going to do it.
You're going to ask. What he's doing, ladies and gentlemen, is he's wondering if he's going to ask me if that was a Hagrid impression. That's what he's doing. He's wondering.
No, I wasn't. It was going to be easier than that. It was going to be Shirley Bassey, Eddie. Shirley Bassey.
Oh, is that? Oh, right. Nice, yeah.
That's all it was. Anyway, let's.
Sorry, Chris. You're the guy who told me that you did a Frank Spencer impression the other night whilst doing some stand-up. So you can take that and shove it, mate. I'm not taking that from someone who has a Frank Spencer impression in their set.
No. It was the Enchantment Under the Sea dance where I did that impression. I did Columbo that same night, and that's when I fell in love with impressions. Anyway. Little Back to the Future for you. Anyway, let's crack on.
Why not? Why not?
You haven't had both your questions there, have you?
Yeah. I asked about the music.
Yes, gosh, you did, right. Okay, Nick,
And,
moving on.
and you were a pervert, weren't you? So yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Nick, it's
yeah,
your
that's all well and
sequel
good,
then.
but where is the knobbing?
Yeah.
When do
Well,
they
it's just got to have an awkward. You know, most Nicolas Cage
When
films
do they
have an
have
awkward
sex?
sex scene, and he's an awkward.
Yeah.
He's an awkward guy.
Yeah, bless him, he is. Yeah.
Right
Your
then,
question
cool.
was valid.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Sequels then for Nick. I'm going to get you a minute on the clock, even though it doesn't mean out really. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Right. In a care home in California lives an old Memphis Reigns. He has dementia, so feels his past is his present. But instead of stealing cars, he steals the other residents' scooters. From a list he's written in his own shit on the wall in his own room. I hope that wasn't a bit. I hope that wasn't a
This
bit
is
graphic.
It sounds like Baba Hotep meets the straight story. Fucking hell.
Like, I really struggled with the other ones, but the sequel one was the one that I thought I nailed this.
Do you know what?
It just flowed, did it? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sweet, that. Questions then, if you. Laugh at that.
Oh dear. I'm just
Right.
gonna dab.
Does he? Is he under the impression that like the staff, like Sway and Sphinx and all that, and so he just keeps on saying stuff to them, and they're like, huh, and then every time the person he thinks is Sphinx just sort of goes, "There's your medicine." And you go, "I thought you were from Long Beach."
Yeah,
Just
like pretty much.
whatever he says to this one.
They pretty much have to carry on with it, because if they try to disrupt him from his cycle, he gets really, like dementia patients sort of do get really irate, don't they? So they just let him go along with it. And
Let's start
just let
caring
him
about their
live out his
feelings
little
of representation now, shall we? Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea.
So as a follow-on then from that, my question would be, do they indulge him so far as to getting to pretend motor scooter chases with him? Like, so when they see him like stealing one, do they just like get on another one and pretend they're the police and let him just have a trundle around?
Yeah, so it's like a little thing that they pass around as a rota for it, because obviously it's a fun activity. When you go to work and you're like, it's your turn to be the chaser today. Like, yes, get in.
Yeah, cool.
So
right.
it's a fun fat thing for people to do at work.
Okay.
Nice, very good. Okay,
Brilliant. That made my day. That
was pretty self-explanatory. That was very good. All right, I think we can move on, can't we? Eddie, it's your turn for your sequel. Sorry.
Yes. Thank you. The barbecue is over. Sphinx is having a sleep because he said something. Everyone else is happy that no one is dead. Sway says something cliched yet flirty and throws a bit of burger to the dog. The dog does an extra plop and another key comes out. But this isn't like all the other keys. Nicolas Cage, for that is his name in this film, let us not forget. Nicolas Cage recognizes the key. He mutters under his breath, "The Tucorn." They ask him what he means. He says, "You know how 2 unicorns is a tunicorn? Well, my unicorn may be gone, but the tunicorn is still out there. The heat is on. It's time." They go. They realize what it is and what they have to get. The key is to the 1968 Mustang Fastback that Steve McQueen drove in the film Bullet, the ultimate car for any kind of fast car driving, stealing car guys like he is. They set out one last heist. This time it has to be gone quicker than 60 seconds. So I give you the sequel, gone in well under 60 seconds.
Oh, okay. Right then. All right. Nat and Nick, questions please for Eddie's.
So I'm assuming that, is this car kept in a museum? And if so, will there be some like hilarious hijinks trying to steal it from the museum and avoiding the security? Like, will that be like amusing?
I could have linked it into National Treasure and that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that's what was in my mind. Yeah.
What I actually thought was it was probably a private collector, although they are like, if they've got one of these cars, they're likely to have others. So there's probably the 1966 Batmobile in there. There are one or two Bond cars. So there will be some proper fit cars in there, and none of the modern garbage they were stealing in the film. But so there's going to be some good. So there will be security, and there will be, you know, so the computer boys, they can have theirs, and Pizza, he can sort that out as well. So they're going to be there tapping away, and but because it's a 1968 car, they're going to need the old school guys to actually steal it, because they understand that bit of it, whereas the young kids can take out the security and all that kind of thing, probably put a loop in the security surveillance and stuff like that, but then they'll accidentally put the dog doing a big shit in the loop, and they'll be like, there's a dog that keeps on having the same shit over and over again in the garage. I'd better go down and check, and stuff like that. So yeah, everyone's got their own place.
Amazing. Brilliant.
Yep.
I'm glad you didn't do the National Treasure angle, because Sean Bean might have triggered him, because he died already.
That's true. Yeah. I sidestepped a really severe triggering. Although Nick Cage, when he appears to be very triggered, does deliver some of his more memorable performances.
That's very true. Yeah.
But, you know, you can't do that anymore to actors to get good performances out of them.
You can't do a Stanley Kubrick. You can't.
No. You can't do a Hitchcock anymore. It's just not fair.
What's the worst Nicolas Cage film, do you think? It's gotta be for me, Wicker Man. It's gotta be. That Wicker Man reboot. It was just
that film is awful, but his performance is mesmerizing.
Do you know what's really funny?
It's tricky,
the bit where the is it a truck that keeps hitting that kid in it?
Oh
Keeps happening all the time. It's like
the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little
like having a vision of the girl stood there, and it just keeps getting wiped out by stuff all the time.
Keeps on getting clobbered by the truck. Yeah. But it's like slapstick. It's not dramatic. It ends up looking slapstick rather than like really severe and
Like when they break his legs at the end, and then they cover him in bees, but he's not covered in bees, and then they burn it.
Yeah.
It is proper funny when it's well funny when he punches that person dressed as a bear.
Yeah, that was good.
That's pretty great. There's no two ways about it.
He should have just punched his way through the entire film.
Just finds a load of really weird people in a wood and just wallops them all
one by one. Well, they could have just made the film, but every time he had some dialogue, instead of the dialogue, he just punched them. So all the way through it. I'd love to see a film like that where somebody just
it's called Mandy. That's the film where instead of talking, Mandy mainly just does punching in that film.
That is a horrible film.
Is that the comedy one?
No.
Comedy one.
No, it's like a psychedelic film.
Yeah,
it's like the whole thing's like so it's all dark purples and
if you did a batch of bad acid whilst listening to the first couple of Black Sabbath albums, it's kind of that, but with like weird fetish monster bikers and stuff. It's cool.
Right. There you go. Recommendation for Mandy. Yeah. All right. Cool. Right, let's do some votes for the sequels. First of all, here's your recaps for those playing along on Facebook. You can vote for these. So Nats was basically, he starts, Nicolas Cage's character, Memphis Rain, starts stealing bigger things. So he goes after like cruise ships. He wants bigger thrills, to the point where he goes after the space shuttle. He docks to the International Space Station, starts to punch some astronauts, and then he gets fired from an airlock into space. And Moonraker might be used.
Shirley Bassey will be singing, but not Moonraker.
Right then, Nick's was Memphis is basically in a care home. He's stealing scooters, and the list of his scooters he needs to steal is written in shit on the wall. Eddie's was after the first film. They're having a barbecue. I don't know why I wrote that. Barbecue.
It's,
Because
Oh,
they
they're
are at the
having a
end of the
barbecue.
one.
Sorry, yeah, they're
right.
having a barbecue.
It takes place right
Yeah.
after the first film.
Right. The dog plops another key out. Nick recovers the key. Nicolas Cage recovers the key, and it's for it belongs to the 1968 Mustang from Bullet, Steve McQueen film, and that's his prize that he's going after for the movie. Okay, that's all right, isn't it? So vote away for your choices now on Facebook, and we'll top those up in a minute. We can vote in the room as well. I've got to vote for Nick's for this
I've
one.
got to vote for Nick too. Yeah, I'm going to vote for Nick, please.
It made me laugh
Thank
so
you.
much. I could see Nicolas Cage doing it as well.
I'm voting for Nats.
Thank you.
It gets a bit where it goes, then you smear shit all over Wally, but I'm in for this, yeah. Okay, let's do it. I'll do it now. There's just that shit on his hand and giving it that wall. They're like, not yet. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Nat because I
Thank you.
like the idea of him going to space because it'll be like Gump and Co, the sequel novel to Forrest Gump, where he goes to space just because. Yeah, there's a sequel to Forrest Gump called Gump and Co.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Forrest Gump goes
had
to
no
space.
idea.
He also meets Tom Hanks in it as well in a bit of a.
He does while he's filming Big.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I think the guy just went, I can do whatever I want now with Forrest Gump 2, and he just went crazy. So they're not going to make it.
He did, yeah. But yeah, I like the faster, bigger, kleptomaniac angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, there's no reason why Nats can't go on and lead on to Nick's as well.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
To be honest, I've just realised you could actually have both
yeah.
of those quite comfortably. Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, we've got ourselves a franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Arsenal franchise.
Nick Cage is about to get some big work.
Yeah, screw
Yeah,
you,
oh, yeah.
Fast and Furious. We're coming for you.
Sending them scripts. Who's not voted there?
I
No.
did. I voted for Nick.
I voted for Nat.
I voted
I
for
I think
Nat.
everyone
And
voted.
you've voted
Oh, hang on, got it. Right, I missed one out.
for Nat to Nick.
2 Nick, got it.
Oh my
Right,
God,
okay,
Chris.
I'm sorry. So much admin, I can't cope sometimes. You know. I'm only
Oh, I
human,
know.
Natalie. I'm only human filling in the book. You know, I try.
Only human when it suits you.
I try so hard. Let's have a look. Martin Cameron, James Cameron's son. I'd vote for Bullet 2. Yeah. Good. Bullet 2.
Is that a vote for me, or is that literally just saying I don't like any of those? I want to see Bullet 2 because that's fair. That's fair.
Yours is clearly Bullet 2 in it. Yeah, it's. Let's have a look. Nat's Nicolas Cage ejector face plus Shelley Bassey's husky is kind of beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful thing. Let's have a look. Roberto Squadrilipelupi.
From
Go stealing for Predator Sugar. I vote career criminal. 99. I vote for Kat as she steals space shuttle.
Oh, thank you, Roberto. Go big or go home.
What a surprise he voted for you.
It's amazing
vote
how
for
you
me
can
in the
type out your entire thought process.
Martin Cameron's just put Goldfinger, but then he voted later than that. For
I think he was joining in with the Shirley Bassey singing.
right. And then he said I'd rather be James Cameron's son than David's. Yeah,
Amen.
True. I think that's all the votes, is it? I can't see any more. Ooh, kind of worms there to open. Someone mentioned Police Academy. No, we didn't. Not tonight. We're not going to talk about
Half an hour ago.
We're not going to talk about Police Academy tonight again. We do it too much.
We already have done.
I know, but we did it briefly. But we went on for about 20 minutes last time. Nat, you've won that round with 4 votes.
Thank you very much.
Woo!
So it's still all to play for this
Still all
evening.
to play for.
All to play for.
It's still all to play for.
It is still all to play for. We can't stress that enough how still all to play for it is. Right, so we're going on to the requels. Let's do this. Nick, you're going to be starting first this time. Is that all right?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Here we go.
Right. Right, my requel is called Stalked in 60 Seconds. It's about a guy called Ray Jackson who works for the DMV. He's got a massive list of cars and who their owners are, and he likes to stalk women. So he goes to the house, but he waits till he makes eye contact with them through the window and then starts a stopwatch and just stalks them for 60 seconds and then leaves. That's it. He just stalks them for 60 seconds and then leaves.
And then goes.
Right.
And that's it. That's it. That's pretty short and sweet. He's just if you think like 1 hour photo-esque type film. It's just a bit of a weirdo.
Great film.
All
right.
Just stalks. There's no real reason for the 60 seconds. That's enough to put fear into somebody.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, if Roberto came around and started looking at me for 60 seconds, I'd be terrified.
Oh, you'd love it. You'd love it.
He's not going to like that now, Roberto. I'll comment on that. Questions then for Nick there, Eddie and Nat, about his film. Stalked in 60 seconds.
So does Sway find out that he's stalking people? Like, do they end up having a relationship and getting back together and having an awkward sex car moment? But within the film, or because he's stalking women for 60 seconds, is she not cool with that? And therefore they don't get back together?
Well, she's actually one of the people he stalks at one point, but she's one of them weirdos, which, like who fancies people when they're in prison. One of them.
Right.
Like she's fallen in love with the stalker.
Yeah.
She's
right.
She's gone for that. She's gone for the stalker.
Right.
Okay.
But he can only look at her when they make love for 60 seconds because that's his rule. He can only make eye contact for 60 seconds. So.
And then puts a mask on or something, like a hood on.
It's either that or it's either bagged, or it's just strictly doggy style. So no eye contact.
Or he just looks out the window.
He just looks away from her. No eye contact.
Or he just picks up a book and just starts reading.
Just anything.
Flicking through the TV.
Anything.
He's always got a paperback just on hand, just in case.
Yeah. She likes that about him, though.
Nickleby.
She likes that mystery. She likes that mystery of the 60 seconds. She feels it intense for 60 seconds and then nothing.
All right.
Starting to worry about you, I'm not going to lie.
Cool. All right.
I would like to know if because obviously there's going to be a lot of women in this. Is it going to be like chock full of cameos, like at the end of a series of Frasier when they tell you which celebrities were ringing in on the phone and stuff? Is it going to be like just sort of a list of people who are available for half-day Screen Actors Guild minimum rates and just thought, why not? I'll be putting some groceries in my car or, walking out of a Starbucks and then for 60 seconds, Nicolas Cage can stare at me. And then that's it.
I mean, I didn't think about that, but that, yes. But not A-list celebrities, like people you recognise, but you don't know where from.
No.
Maybe someone like Rhea Perlman.
Yeah. Or people who haven't been in out for a while. We always mention the Saving Private Ryan moment where Ted Danson hadn't been in out for ages, and then he popped up halfway through, and in the cinema, everybody went, "That's Ted Danson," and he just took you completely out of the movie.
What's he doing?
Yeah, it was so weird that. Yeah, I've always got to mention. It was so strange. So you could, people
exactly like that.
Yeah, and you go, is that? Oh, he have been out for a while. Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Right, that's your questions done, isn't it? That one.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Very good. Nice one. Let's move on then. Eddie, your requel, please.
I would like it exactly the same, please. However, I would like Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie to swap roles.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I would like. I don't want any dialogue changing. I want it exactly the same, but I want Angelina Jolie to tell I'm your big brother and I've got to sort this out. Mum's really annoyed and all that stuff. And then just have Nicolas Cage putting on some lipstick and going, oh, we got company. Go around driving with his tits and stuff. It'll be. I think it would.
The power.
Also, I found out. Apparently, I was told by Emma actually that in the film Mandy, the reason it's called Mandy is because originally Mandy, the female character, was supposed to be the main character who did all the stuff that Nicolas Cage does in the film, and he was supposed to be in the position that the woman was in the film, but he was just like, no, can I do that stuff instead, please? And they were like, yeah, like, cool. Do you want us to change the film title to your name? No, Mandy's fine. Mandy's fine. Okay, because it's really quite a different film if you do it all. And he's like, no, I want to do it. So I think turn it back and have Angelina Jolie play his role and he play her.
Well, with the power of deep fake nowadays, you could do it.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what. Just get a couple of impressionists and loop the voices. It'll be great.
Yeah. Or just get Nicolas Cage to do it.
Nicolas Cage to do his best Angelina Jolie impression. Yep, all for it. Yep.
He'll do all war. He'd do some. He does batshit crazy stuff, doesn't he? So if you said that to him, we're going to remake it. He'd go, yeah, all right. I mean. It
would depend what point in tax season it was.
Yeah. Eddie, are we putting any more women in this film? Sorry, Chris.
It's all right.
I mean,
never apologize to me ever.
All right, fuck off.
I mean, you're right. I should really, if that's what you're getting at. But
not necessarily. I just wondered if you would want it like a girl gang with Nick in it rather than a boy gang with Angelina in it.
It's a good idea. I could just do a straight up gender flip with the rest of them, but I don't. If I do all the work, I don't think the writer / director / producer, Wes Jerry Bruckheimer. So women don't exist in his mind. So that's going to be tricky to do. But I think I'm going to fight that battle in a different film from this one.
Right.
Yes, okay. I'm just going to swap that and make that point, and then carry on.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. Let's move on. Nat, it's your turn. Your requel, please.
Okay. So frustratingly, my first requel I can't use now because it sounds too much like Nick's sequel, because essentially I wanted them to be retired and steal, because the whole team will be really old now. So I was going to get them stealing mobility scooters, but I can't use that because I can't beat Nick's absolutely brilliant shit on the wall. So then I was like thinking about making Nicolas Cage's character a woman, and Eddie just stole that. So I'm just going to make this up off the top of my head. You're all right. You didn't know, babes. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
So I think I want it to focus on the Christopher Eccleston and Manchester idea and actually have more Mancunians in it. So I want it still to be set in America with Nick Cage, but I want there to be more scenes for the baddie, and I want Sean Ryder to be Christopher Eccleston's sidekick. That's what I want.
Brilliant.
That's what I want. So I want, because I think Sean Ryder could take Vinnie Jones, and I hate Vinnie Jones because he loves hunting and lamping and shit. So I think Sean Ryder, 1, could take Vinnie Jones anyway, and 2, would be an absolutely brilliant. Because can you imagine Christopher Eccleston's characters being all Mancunian, but like, oh, I love woodwork, and then Sean Ryder be like the very opposite of him. And he's hard man and like taking the piss out of his woodworking skills and like punching Nick Cage and Vinnie Jones and just generally being great and singing Happy Monday songs. Yeah, so that's my new idea.
Are you not a fan of Vinnie Jones now? You know,
I mean, he's done some interesting work, but his opinions on animal welfare and animal cruelty are absolutely appalling. He's a hunter. He's a lamper. His
views on human welfare and cruelty are pretty well known as well.
Yeah, pretty shady. They're pretty shady.
He's not golden on that either.
No, it's not a nice one.
He once went to turn on the Christmas lights in Rothwell town centre near me, And he went up,
Local
and there were
hero
a
Vinnie
massive.
Jones.
There were a massive. I don't know why we were there. There were a massive intro. They went, we got a celebrity superstar, Vinnie Jones, that is here to tell the Christmas lights on. He literally all this build up, brass band, all that shit, and he came on and went, "All right."
He collected his feet. He threw the switch.
He just said, "All right, flicked it,
Yeah.
the light switch on the laptop."
Oh, was it? Well done, Vinny. Yeah.
It's because he had a number 7 to do in Leeds. Everywhere in Leeds.
Yeah.
And then he had to go punch some foxes. So he was like, I've got foxes to punch. I've got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did actually have a fox in his hand punching it while they were doing it as well. So it made it difficult for him to turn the lights on, to be fair.
Yeah. Give him his due. Give him his due, mate.
Oh, Roberto's calling Vinnie Jones out here. We've got a bit of action going on.
Yes, Roberto! I'll sell tickets. I'll fight in your corner with you. Come on.
This time
We
on glass
fight again.
floor. Well, look,
When did they fight before? Where's the fight? Where was the first fight?
Roberto has fought a lot of people.
Yeah.
It says this time on glass floor. What did the fight on last time?
We could
On
sell
what
tickets
floor?
to watch from underneath the glass floor.
Hey,
Unless he means like broken glass on the floor, like sort of like backyard wrestling kind of rules.
Oh, Die
Austin
Hard.
Rigo, hello, how are you doing?
Hey,
Roberto.
He can speak to Roberto for us. He's fluent, so he can find out if Roberto's genuine. Have a chat with him. I don't know. We'll see.
Are we just waiting for that now? Are we just
Yeah, we're going to
doing
wait
the
for that.
show?
No.
Right, okay.
Did you do your questions? Did you have any questions for that? I don't think you got there yet. Questions for that?
I don't think I did. It was pretty comprehensive.
I was going to say, do you need questions when you've got Sean Ryder? It's a question you've got to ask yourself.
Maybe not. Nick, have you got a question for Nat? Or
My only question is he going to try and sell Christopher Eccleston's furniture for drugs?
Yes, because he thinks it's a waste of time anyway, and he thinks woodworking is a bit Ponzi. I reckon he'd be like that type of guy. So yeah, I think he probably would sell it for drugs and beer, and he'd do things like take Christopher Eccleston out and try to get him drunk, just for the shits and giggles, like just for the laughs. And he'd hang up on them. Like when the bad guys ring and order their cars to be stolen. I think he'd like hang up on them and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. All sorts of mayhem.
You know where I can get some E? Oh, fuck off.
Right then, okay. I think we've got to the end of that. So it's time to let's vote in the room. Let's do this. And on Facebook as well. If you watch on Facebook Live, get your votes in. I'll give you some quick recaps what you just heard. So the requels were as follows. Nick's was stalked in 60 seconds. So it was about a guy called Ray Jackson who works at the DMV. And he stalks people, but he only stalks them for 60 seconds and makes eye contact for 60 seconds, and he just leaves. Okay? Eddie's was exactly the same. He's just swapping Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie's roles round because he thinks that'd be good. And
Because he thinks that would be good.
and highly comical.
But fine.
And then Nat's was Christopher Eccleston, more focused on him, and he's got Sean Ryder as a sidekick.
Yeah.
That's it, basically. That's the selling point.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, so let's vote. Let's get these votes in online and in the room.
Purely because Sean Ryder just doesn't get enough acting work, I'm going to vote for Nat.
And I'm voting for Eddie just because I'd like to see the roles reversed.
And I love the idea of the roles reversed, but I'm going to vote for you, Nick. For you, Nick, because I just think stalked in 60 seconds is funny. Yeah.
I'm stuck on this one. I've got to say they're all pretty good. These. I am going to vote for Nick. I'm going to vote for Nick. Yeah, I thought this was garbage all night. Well done. Pulling it out of the bag in the last round, everybody. I'm going to vote for Nick as well because have you ever seen a film? Have you seen a film called The Fan with Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro?
No,
that's one I haven't seen.
Right, Robert De Niro is a fan of Wesley Snipes, who's a baseball player. Really good film, really intense. But I don't know why, but when you were telling me yours, it reminded me of that film because he's a stalker and he's a really good film. But I liked it. I like it reminded me, I don't know why, because it's a different kind of thing. But if you watch it, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, it was, I liked it. Stalked in 6 seconds. Good idea. eye contact, bit creepy. Let's have a look online. Austin Rigo, Eddie for me.
Cheers, Austin. Good man.
Cheers. I'll plug Austin's channel. He's got his kids doing a channel. Rocco and Coco's World. Rocco and Coco's World. Can't even say it. Rocco and Coco's World. Go check that out. Check out their channel. Just launched it last couple of weeks ago. So check that out for Austin there. Let's have a look. Martin Cameron. If Bez as cameo, I'd go for Nats.
Yeah, Bez could have a cameo.
Oh, yeah, never thought about Bez.
Yeah,
I mean,
just dancing in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if Sean Ryder is
absolutely.
there, Bez will probably not be that far away.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
He'll just walk in like wondering why he's here. Like, what the fuck?
He'll walk in a couple of steps, walk back out, backwards a couple of steps, walk in a couple of steps, walk back out. Yeah.
I vote.
Thank you, Roberto.
By Vincent Van Jones. Let's think about the others. All right. Cool. Let's have a look. Let's see what else we got. We've got a few more. So what's the Nick? That's 6 seconds close, but gotta be Nat again.
Oh, thank you, Emma.
Oh,
Mac version of Twins.
yeah.
No, you tell it to me like that. It's a whole other movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Take
great.
all the
Oh my
votes.
god.
Take all the votes.
One is a young Christopher Eccleston. The other is a modern age Sean Ryder. Yeah, that's pretty drastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of wild.
Right, cool. I think that's all the votes in there. So at the end of that round, Nat is the winner again.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
wow.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Thank you,
which
chaps
means
and
at the end of
ladies.
the show tonight, Nat has done it. She's won 2 rounds,
Thank
so there's nothing to play for now.
It's not. Thank you, guys. That was lovely.
Nah.
Yeah, that's the end of the show. Let's first of all say thanks to our lovely guest Nick Crooks for coming in tonight. Let's give him
Thank
you,
you,
Nick.
Nick.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Seriously,
Thanks, it's
your
been
shit
fun.
on the wall moment. The
And-
shit on the wall
and-
moment was highlighted.
Yeah, thanks for picking a great film as well, because it was actually quite good.
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
I just totally
Yes, it
forgot.
was. It was my, yeah.
I have
I'd
forgotten
forgotten.
about this film altogether. So yeah,
I'd forgotten how good it was. I thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Absolutely. We'll thank everybody else in a minute. But first of all, let's do some plugs. We do this every week, so let's get you plugging. Nick, we'll start with you. Stuff to plug. Go for it, my friend.
I'm actually doing no gigs, but if you want to follow me, I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Nick Crooks Comedy. And if you're ever in Idle in Bradford, I'd run a night at the little theatre in Idle called the Laughing Llama Comedy Night.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
it. That's all I've got to plug at the minute.
Laughing Llama.
Nothing's
Right.
going on.
I thought when you do it,
All right.
do you do your podcast still though as well?
Oh, yes. Yes, we haven't been doing it for a few weeks, but it's called the Nice Guys of Comedy Podcast, and it's just me and a guy called Jack Vincent. We just talk about events and funny stuff. Just
So people
something
can
to keep the creative juices flowing for us while
Yeah.
lockdown was in full force.
Yeah, cool. So they can find all that on your page, can't they, and everything?
Yeah, that's all on my page. Yeah.
Yep. Excellent. Nice one. We won't bother with Nat 'cause she never has out to plug.
Hey,
so we'll-
hey, you know that's not true tonight, young man.
All right. What have you got now? What's this big thing? you're
Yeah.
plugging? I can't
We
wait.
don't
I've just been checking my phone to check the dates, but he's not got back to me. So, one of our lovely guests from a few weeks ago, Dave Hughes from Mooch TV,
Oh yes. Yeah.
has made a series of programs called Memory Bubbles for his Mooch TV channel on YouTube, and they're essentially just people talking about their scariest horror movie and the scariest moment from it and what made it so frightening. And I was invited to make one, so they start from, I'll double check so I can tell you next week, but definitely the week running up to Halloween, there's going to be a different person every night telling you about their scariest horror movie moment. And I'll be doing the Friday just before Halloween, so the Friday night just before Saturday, which is Halloween itself. But check out Mooch TV anyway, and check out these little memory bubbles. They're really fun, and they're not very long, they're like a couple of minutes. There you go.
Cool. Good guy, Dave with Mooch TV. Yeah, check out his
Nice.
channel.
Nice.
Yeah, he did the
Excellent.
last Starfighter a couple of weeks ago. Good lad.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, he
Okay, Eddie, what have you got for us?
Got the usual as far as podcasts go. IC News, which is a satirical weekly. It's just started its second season or series, depending on where you are, by Sam Gore, the creator of ICU, the sort of celebrity and political based horror stories. IC News is a satirical news spin-off podcast of that, and you can hear my voice. And I keep forgetting I did the music for it as well. So whenever you hear noise on it, it's a good chance it's mine. Chris is on it as well. Chris is on it as well sometimes. I keep pointing in the wrong direction. This guy sat next to me that you can't see in the wall, he's in it. Chris is in it. Tom King, who you'll have seen on here, is in it as well. And so that's all good fun. And also Fire Breathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons podcast, which is fun for all the family. That's wrapping up this year, but that will start again next year with a whole new set of characters, one or some of whom I will be playing. So, yeah, that.
Cool. Okay. Lovely stuff.
Nice.
As usual, you can find out some more stuff with us. Discount Comedy, check out improv shows online. We're back gigging now as well. So if you're local to us, you might be able to find a gig to go to. We can actually do them social distance now. So that's all going on. Other than that, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else, but I don't think there is at the moment. I'm going to plug eBay for all your for bidding and selling on there. Just get yourself on there. There's loads of stuff you can buy and sell. Well, they don't get much of a look in. I don't.
Oh my God.
No, not many people know about it. I just thought I'd give them a plug.
There's also this little online bookshop called Amazon. I think it's really going to go somewhere someday. But
Wow.
What's it called?
It's called Amazon.
Amazon, right?
Amazon. It's you can get books on there. It's really quite something. I imagine one day it will be monstrous. But right now, get yourself a book and read it. It'll be good.
Right then, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much.
I've never wondered about something because there's this site called Google. Google. You can really.
And that's the power of StreamYard. That's the power. I love this. He's sat in the waiting room now. He can't get back in. And there he is. He's furious.
Hello.
Right, let's wrap the show up. Thanks to everybody on Facebook watches. Thanks to these guys for joining. Thanks for joining us on Monday night. We'll be back next Monday with another show, with another brand new film for you to do. Thanks to Nick again for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick.
We'll see you later.
Bye,
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, love you.